once a knight named Virginius. He had a lovely daughter named Virginia. She was beautiful from head to toe. Virginia was a maiden the age of 14. One morning, Virginia went into town. She was headed towards the temple. Near the temple, there was a man named Apius. Apius was a judge in the town's court of law. At Apius's first sight of Virginia, he instantly fell in love. The judge would do anything to have Virginia. The judge decides to hire an infamous blackguard named Claudius. The judge and Claudius began to conspire a plan to get Virginia. Claudius falsely accuses Virginius of stealing a servant girl from him. They stated that this servant girl was Virginia. So Claudius and the judge call Virginia to court. But before they can do that, Virginius intervened. He has his daughter meet with him at their home. He tells Virginia that she must accept death or be shamed by Claudius. Virginia wants to remain a virgin, but still fears death. Virginius believes it is better to have her dead. Virginia begins to plead for her life, but her father has already made up his mind. She then finally accepts what has to be done. Her father takes a sword and strikes her head off. Virginius then brings his daughter's head into court. The town and judge see this man holding his daughter's head. The people of the court see the twisted actions that Apius made Virginius do to his daughter, and they turn against the judge and throw him into prison. The judge realizes his fate and then kills himself. Virginius was then exiled, but with the request that Claudius would be exiled as well. Claudius falsely accuses Virginius of taking one of the judge's servants. That servant is Virginia. After hearing this, Virginius becomes enraged. He takes the night to meditate. Virginius weighs his pros and cons and finally comes to the conclusion that he is going to murder both Claudius and the judge the next day. He wakes up at 6 in the morning to get his equipment ready. Hate filled his heart and eyes. He had one thing on his mind: kill. Virginius walked at a fast pace, the warm wind hitting his face ever so gently. Virginius arrived at the court and saw Claudius. Before Claudius could pull out his sword, Virginius took both arms off and then cut his head. Virginius yelled, "Apius!" and started down the hall to find him. The judge was sitting in court doing a trial, and Virginius, in the blink of an eye, runs full force to the judge and slices his head off. He then stabs the judge repeatedly before the guards come to wrestle Virginius off. During the struggle, Virginius was able to kill 2 more guards before his final seconds. Virginius grabs his sword and slits his own throat. It is now his final hour. A tear comes down from Virginius' face. His final words: "It is finished." Virginius then dies. The physician's lesson at the end is, sin always reaps its reward.